A young woman enters. She anxiously presses every floor button in sight. In and out she steps, waving her arms as if speaking to someone unseen. This 2013 security video clip, eerie and inexplicable, would be her last known sighting. The next day, on February 19th, a hotel maintenance worker found 21-year-old Elisa Lam's body floating in the roof's water tank after guests complained of low water pressure. How did a college student from Vancouver disappear into the depths of one of LA's most infamous hotels? The Cecil Hotel looms as a character in itself, a 14-floor Beaux-Arts building on Skid Row, long associated with tragedy. Dubbed America's Hotel of Death, it has been the scene of at least 15 murders and suicides since opening in 1924. Serial killers Richard Ramirez and Jack Unterweger once stayed here, and Elizabeth Short, the Black Dahlia, was reportedly last seen entering the Cecil's lobby before her 1947 murder. Even pop culture mythologized the place, such as the FX's American Horror Story, Hotel, that was inspired by the Cecil's grisly lore. It's no wonder the hotel is often whispered about as if it were haunted. Cecil's longtime manager, Amy Price, later stressed that it's not the hotel that's created all the darkness, it's the circumstances over time. But to many, the curse remains real. In January 2013, Elisa Lam arrived at the Cecil as a guest. The 21-year-old was a student from Vancouver with a known history of bipolar disorder, and friends say she had struggled to take her medications consistently. Hotel records show Lam checked in on January 26th, and staff last saw her on January 31st. Nobody knew exactly why she was in LA. Police later suggested her ultimate destination might have been Santa Cruz. Over the days she stayed at the Cecil, visitors noticed Elisa behaving oddly. She spoke erratically, once interrupting a live TV audience taping, and in the hotel, she told people she felt crazy. According to Amy Price and other staff, Lam even left paranoid, handwritten notes around her room, urging roommates to go away, and insisted on bizarre rules for entry. Investigators later learned that when Lam did skip her medication, she had experienced full-blown psychotic episodes, hiding under beds and hallucinating so badly that she had even been hospitalized before. These facts would remain private until years later, but they hint that by late January, she was struggling terribly. On February 13th, 2013, 2 weeks after Lam's disappearance, LAPD publicly released the elevator video. In those unsettling seconds, Lam enters the nearly empty car alone. She nervously presses multiple floor buttons, peers out of the elevator, and then motions wildly with her arms as if reaching for something or someone. She then left the car and never seen again. The clip went instantly viral, prompting shock and countless questions. Some internet sleuths even suspected the camera was manipulated. In fact, forensic analysis later showed that nothing paranormal occurred. Lam had simply pressed the elevator's door hold button to prop the doors open. But back in 2013, detectives were baffled. "We had no idea how she may have been inside the water tank," admitted L.A. County Coroner's spokesman, Ed Winter. Given that the roof was locked, even LAPD Sergeant Rudy Lopez noted the roof door had an alarm and only employees had access. Reporter accounts from the time capture the chill. One viewer wrote, "I'm so scared. I'm shaking. I'm numb." On the afternoon of February 19th, a maintenance man investigating low pressure finally made the grim discovery: Elisa Lam's body in one of the rooftop cisterns. The news spread like wildfire. Police sealed off the area. Detectives combed every clue. Remarkably, the only evidence pointed to her own illness and misfortune. Los Angeles County's coroner quickly declared accidental drowning as the cause of death. Toxicology found no alcohol or illicit drugs, only small amounts of Lam's prescribed bipolar medication. There were no signs of trauma or struggle on her body, suggesting she had entered the tank of her own accord. Months of investigation and the coroner's final report in June 2013 pieced together a chilling scenario. Forensic pathologist Dr. Jason Tovar explained that Lam likely fled upstairs in a terrified, disoriented state. She may have climbed the stairs or taken a fire escape to seek refuge, and, fearing for her life, clambered into an unsecured water tank on the roof. In that frigid water, she removed her clothes, perhaps to stave off cold or better tread water, and tragically drowned. As Dr. Tovar later emphasized, her corpse bore no evidence of assault. There was simply no sign anyone else put her there. By summer 2013, detectives had ruled the case closed as a heartbreaking accident, not a homicide. With an official conclusion in hand, officials hoped the matter would rest. Sergeant Lopez reminded the press that investigators had did a very thorough search of the hotel, including the roof. But without prior reason to suspect the tanks, the outcome was as unpredictable as it was tragic. Former manager Amy Price, who attended to Lam's needs, publicly rebuffed wild speculation. "I think it's ridiculous. We weren't running a hospital. We're running a hotel," she said, noting it was not management's job to check a guest's mental state. In short, the staff had no way of foreseeing the fate that awaited Elisa Lam. Yet on the internet, the story took on a life of its own. Amateur detectives and true crime fans have never forgotten Elisa Lam. Viral TikToks and YouTube videos have revisited every detail. One recent TikTok amassed over 6 million views asking, "A death that still doesn't sit right with me." Commenters theorize everything from cults to cover-ups. The Cecil's notorious reputation helped fuel these rumors. Even Ryan Murphy's American Horror Story, Hotel, drew on the Lam saga. Ghost hunting shows have also spotlighted the case, but experts warn against seeing shadows where there are none. As Dr. Tovar succinctly put it, internet sleuths don't have the full story. You don't have all the facts. The publicly released evidence, the toxicology, the search logs, Lam's own history, point firmly to an accident precipitated by illness, not foul play. In the end, the mystery remains haunted, less by conspiracy than by tragedy. A lost young woman, a grieving family, and a city left wondering about this bizarre final chapter. Elisa Lam's story may have spawned many theories, but the official record closes on the devastating reality. The Cecil Hotel's ground did not soak up blood, but the water took the life of its guest, and nothing supernatural or unlawful was ever found to be to blame. At least that's what they said.